If you're out there and someone has been always asking you, why do you always like football? Why are you mad at football? Why are you so sick when your team gets beaten? Why are you so much in love with the football game? You have to really just show him or her this game, and they will know why you are so much into football into there. Because this is the best description of why we love football. This game of Real Madrid versus PSG in there, a game that ended 1-0 in PSG, whereby they even had a chance of making it 2 because Messi missed out a penalty in there. They come to Madrid. After coming to Madrid, Mbappe scores and gives them a lead. The first half ends 1-0 in favor of PSG, and it's all written over that PSG was 2 goals ahead of Real Madrid, and Real Madrid had not scored any goal into this encounter. And guess what happened in the second half? A mistake by Donnarumma, and Karim Benzema capitalizes it. Then he really gets another chance in there. He puts the ball at the back of the net again. And what another one that really put Real Madrid through in there. Welcome to Rokani Media, where you guys and where you're watching us from. This is the channel that we are always on in here to bring you the latest news and information as far as it's concerned. Real Madrid is through. Aggregate 3 Madrid, 2 PSG. And remember, the way goals rule no longer works in here, and it's all about the goal difference that you have. If at all you all win your games at home and you are level at what we call points in there for you, you just go into extra time. And this game, Real Madrid never allowed PSG to go into the extra time by really coming out and clinching this into the 70th minute, and it was all over in here. It looks a shame to a team which goes by the names of PSG, and I really want to talk about it in depth. When you look at a manager like Pochettino in there, this is very bad for your CV. If at all you have one of the best attacking trios in the world and you cannot really kill off a game like this because chances were there and you really never took them. You get? Secondly, in the second half, you came and sat back and you say that, oh, don't worry, we're just going to get them on the break. And each and every time you got them on the break, Mbappe couldn't find the back of the net, and the 2 times that he found the back of the net, he was caught offside in there. So it shows you that it's really a game of football that really betrayed a team which goes by names of PSG, and especially the manager who goes by names of Pochettino. Because when you look at a game like this, you are ahead by 1 goal. It's hard to maintain it because you're playing away from home. It has to go into your mind easily that the team you're playing is at home, it's having really all its fans, and they're all behind it, and it's very easy for them to really get back into the game, especially when they get 1 goal. When you get that 1 goal away, that does not put you into a better situation in there. No, it won't, because you aren't really going to go through in there, and there is no way you're going to be comfortable, because no sooner that team comes in and scores that goal and equalizes, more pressure is going to pile onto your players, because your players already look like they're so much carrying a lot onto their back and they couldn't handle it. Now if at all they equalize them, then the same thing will happen and you will get knocked out. And that's the same thing that has been shown onto the pitch. No sooner had Real Madrid gotten an equalizer after a mistake made by Donnarumma than pressure piled onto the defense of PSG. PSG opened up itself and they really felt like they can really go in and get another goal in there. And again, the connection between Vinicius Jr., Luka Modric, and a player who goes by the names of Benzema really costed them again, because these 2 players put themselves to a level of really going ahead to do a very good connection, and they found the ball into the back of the net twice. And PSG couldn't fight back. This is absolute domination, because from the word go, when the referee blown the whistle, it was Real Madrid over PSG, and people will just not understand this unless you watch this game, because however much PSG was ahead of this game until the 60th minute in there, they were not playing very well. They were just doing counter-attacking football. And I really look at Pochettino and ask myself, if you have Verratti in the midfield, you have the Ander Herreras, you have Paredes, you have Diallo and very many other good players in the world that we talk about, and you cannot really come out and boss out a team which goes by names of Real Madrid, and you had even a chance that you were ahead of them, and you cannot show us your tactics. Where are Pochettino tactics? Where are they? I'm asking, where are they? Pochettino is an overrated manager. After this game, I now believe that Pochettino is an overrated manager. With the squad that you have, you cannot make big decisions and big call-outs. If I told you are the manager in that game, Messi was totally out. Messi never featured into this game. Why don't you take him off at around the 7th minute and bring on Di Maria to really go ahead and play off the left flank? You get? And you didn't take him off, and you left on a player who goes by the names of Messi. You get? And you took off Paredes, who was one of the best players performing on the pitch. And then you say that you're a good manager. I go ahead and really tell you that. However much players are to blame too, but the manager too, who goes by the name of Pochettino, is to blame because he failed to take the big decision of the day. The big decision of the day was to take off Messi off this pitch because Messi did nothing. Messi did nothing onto this pitch. He totally did nothing. I want to let you know that Messi did nothing, unless you saw anything that Messi did. But to me, I will feel like Messi did nothing and he deserved to be taken off in there. That is a substitution that was supposed to be done immediately before the 70th minute really clocked. Because when you look at a player like Lionel Messi, you know that he's going to have a good game. And he doesn't. Then why does he have to play entire 90 minutes for this club? You get? So that's why you see we are saying that Messi has been outclassed. Karim Benzema world class, Real Madrid 3, PSG 1, and they've been knocked out of the quarterfinals in there. I want to talk about a player who goes by names of Kylian Mbappe. I think this is the goodbye to PSG, because if PSG, with the quality they have, they've proved to Kylian Mbappe that they cannot win a Champions League because they failed to beat one of the teams that is in the rebuild. Because when you talk about Real Madrid is in the rebuild. They have not yet gotten in the players they want, because they want to get in Haaland, they want to get in Kylian Mbappe, they might get in a Pogba. 3 world-class players are coming to Real Madrid, and they looked very shaky. They lost Rafael Varane, they lost Ronaldo in there, they lost Odegaard, but they really look strong in there. And kudos to Carlo Ancelotti. But Kylian Mbappe has been shown clearly that this is where you're supposed to be playing from, because your team comes in here, it bottles it up. It bottled it up completely, because when you look at the shambolic defending of a team which goes by names of PSG, these defenders are really a joke. And I'm asking myself, why did they sign Sergio Ramos? Where is Sergio Ramos to save his team? Where is Sergio Ramos? Because in such games, this is where you need the experience of Sergio Ramos, because Kimpembe and Marquinhos are not experienced to this level to contain such pressure. But Sergio Ramos has been in such games and he has really won them. Where is Sergio Ramos? You got him on a free transfer, and this is the reason as why you signed him, and it didn't help you out. And I don't know whether the news that I'm hearing is true, that Sergio Ramos never wanted to plug against Real Madrid. You get? But these are games you needed his experience in. You needed him here immediately to come in and do the needful for you. But you all came and bottled it up in there. And this is really bad. It's something that the owners of PSG are not going to handle, and the sack of Pochettino is just around the corner, because I really believe that he's going to be sacked. If I told Thomas Tuchel, who really put PSG into the finale of the Champions League, and he was beaten by a team which goes by Bayern Munich, he was sacked. Then how about you, who was beaten by Real Madrid into the round of 16, not even the quarterfinal, not even the semi-final. Remember last season, he was knocked out by Man City into the semi-final. You get? So I really believe that the time he has enjoyed at PSG is over, because as they stand in the league, they can win it. Even if they really leave in any other coach, he can come in here and win it. He can come in and win it. You get? But Karim Benzema has been fantastic. He scored in the 61st minute, 76th minute, and 78th minute. It shows you the lack of concentration to the defense of PSG, because in a game like this, you need to be all alert. I really told people into the game, it was like a semi-watch on. I was so much frustrated and afraid for a team which goes by names of Real Madrid, because of the trio. Because that trio, each and every time you really give them a chance or make a mistake, they are really going to come out and really put you down. And the three mistakes that Real Madrid made, they are capitalized on. And good enough, Courtois put up some 2 good world-class saves from Kylian Mbappe, and then the one chance really went through in there. So I really believe that it was supposed to be like far much better, because when you look at the first half, Real Madrid had the possession, but they never had the chances. PSG never had the possession, but they had the chances. And on having the chances, what they did was they only managed to score one. And they never capitalized so much in there, because Courtois, the goalkeeper of Real Madrid, was up on his base, and he really saved this team, which goes by names of Real Madrid, in there, and he kept them in the game, because Kylian Mbappe in the first 5 minutes looked like had really swifted away off the defense of a team which goes by Real Madrid, and he faced the goalkeeper two times, and the goalkeeper came to the rescue. So I really believe that I was afraid for a team which goes by names of Real Madrid, because of the quality of the trio of Messi, Neymar, and Kylian Mbappe in there for you, and they were so much a threat to me, especially when I was analyzing this game. But all in all, damage was made, and because of the 3 mistakes, shambolic defending by a team which goes by names of PSG, this team was knocked out. It was knocked out. And when you look at Pochettino, he has to blame his central defense. You get? Because when you look at the first goal, you have to blame Donnarumma. How do you pass a ball like that? That's a very poor pass from a goalkeeper at this level. And this is where things get bad. However much Pochettino has battled it, but the goalkeeper has costed him the game. And guess who? Donnarumma is going to stay at the club, and Pochettino is going to get sacked. You get? Look at the second goal and the third goal. Those central defenders, Kimpembe and a player who goes by names of Marquinhos, they are going to start at the club, and the manager is going to go away. This is where I really feel for some managers sometimes, because they don't deserve to be sacked sometimes, but the players really let you down. And I really believe that these players let Pochettino down. However much I don't really put him to a level of not coming in here and really say that he's safe. He's not safe too, because he's the manager. You have 5 substitutions to make. You had to make some call-outs, especially if that central defense, Kimpembe and Marquinhos. To me, I don't believe that they are good enough to really lead the central defense of a team which goes by the PSG. You get, if I'm only having Hakimi and a player who goes by the names of Nuno Mendes, those are 2 good left backs, going forward and defensively. But when you look at the central defense of PSG, it's really shambles. It's not a defense that you're really going to come out in here and really bet your money and say they are not going to concede a goal. They are suspect all time. Every time Real Madrid attacked, they looked suspect. They couldn't really save their team. They couldn't at all. That central defense is sick, and they brought in Sergio Ramos, who couldn't even come in here for a help in there for you in there. Now, when I look, let me talk about the absolute madness of a team which goes by names of PSG, because sometimes it happened to Manchester United in the game of Aston Villa, and when I was analyzing that game that ended 2-2, because United led that game by 2-0 until the 70th minute, and the 20 minutes to the end of the game, United conceded 2 goals. I really came out and told people that at first I was blaming Rokani, but I asked myself, these players are really old enough, and they know how really to hold on to a team like this. You are 2 goals up. What makes you attack? What makes you open up like that? Make it hard for them. You get? And I really believe that after getting a goal ahead, then an organization was supposed to be made into that central defense and the central defensive midfield. I really believe that Verratti, Paredes would have really put up a wall on this defense, and they really would have outmarked these players. People like Modric, because, you know, he's deadly. They had to put him out, and certain things are not supposed to be into the eyes or directions of the manager, because you've been playing football. Verratti, you've been playing football for a very long time. You'll know who is the icon, who is the tip, who is the reason as to why Madrid functions at midfield. Without Casemiro in there, and Toni Kroos playing way deep, Luka Modric is the player who's really going to hurt you. And he's the one who really did that to give Real Madrid a lead. You get? Into the 76th minute. And these players couldn't figure out, and they couldn't track up these runs in there. Because when you look at how Luka Modric got through players like Neymar tried to foul Luka Modric at the center line, and he didn't. And then he just dropped off and left the player to go. Yet he was the one who was tracking that run. That absolute madness of having such players in your team who don't die for it. Because Neymar would have even pulled the shot, because you know that it's a 1-1 and we are leading by 2-1 in aggregate. Why do you allow a player whom you know that he's good at doing that penetrative pass? You get? And then you allow him to do that? Obviously, you just know that he's going to really pass out your central defense. And when he reached at the arc of the at the 18 yards box area, look at 3 defenders of Real Madrid. They couldn't block Karim Benzema. Modric passes through the 3 defenders. Karim Benzema earns a free ball and he shoots it into the back of the net. That's what happened. You get? And that's what we call madness of the highest order, because you cannot really have quality like that on the pitch. However much the coach is really very bad, because Pochettino, I really believe that he cannot manage at a bigger side, and I'm worried for my team Manchester United that is looking at him to bring him at Manchester United. You get? You can't really play like that on the pitch. You players, I really call out players, because sometimes the managers are bad, but sometimes seniority is needed. Lionel Messi, you're on the pitch. You get? You've been playing football for how many years? Close to 20 years plus. Neymar, you've been doing this for a very long time. You get? Marquinhos is an experienced centre-back. Verratti is experienced. How can't you really conduct this? Because sometimes, I will remember the Brazilian national team that won the World Cup of 2002. They really, the senior players, the Cafus, the Rivaldos, the Didas, the Emersonis, who else? Was it Lucio? Yeah, those like 3-6 senior players. They used to sit, the Ronaldo Senior, Ronaldo Dalima, they used to sit with Scolari and they really argue him out that, all right, which players do you think are really going to be fit into this? Because they're on the pitch and they know what each and every player gives you in there. So it shows you that seniority on the pitch should be shown in such moments, and these players couldn't really come out and do the needful. Something I want to talk about again is a player who goes by Vinicius Jr. The 2 goals that Real Madrid scored, he had a secondary and an assist in there. That is Vinicius Jr. I really believe that way back there was a very big argument between him and Marcel, but this season Vinicius Jr. has proven me wrong. He has really proven me wrong that he's really world class, and he's top class, and he's really nearing world class, because he's having a very fantastic season, scoring goals for fun. I mean, look the runs that he makes in there. He does those and takes off players, and I really believe Marcus Rashford could be watching a player who goes by the name of Vinicius Jr., because when you look at what Vinicius Jr. does, he doesn't run into a forest of legs. Each and every time he notices a forest of legs, he passes that ball out. And after passing it out, he really gets it back and really plays in very well. So Vinicius Jr. to me is going to be the unsung hero of this game, because he really did great. After that goal that equalized in there, because he was not involved in there, it was Karim Benzema, Donnarumma's mistake, and it was capitalized on by a player who goes by the names of this French lefty back, the central midfielder of France. What is his name? He has dreads. He came in from a team which goes by the names of, is it Lyon or Marseille? And he then passed it to Benzema, and Benzema placed it at the back of the net in there. But the remaining 2 goals, Vinicius Jr. was so much pivotal into that game. He really gave them the best that they deserve. He created those goals, and he was so much threatening again after those goals, because Real Madrid would have put this game to bed totally, to close to 5 goals, because PSG had given up the guard. PSG had given up the guard. When the 3rd goal came inside, they knew that it was out and they couldn't really come out to play the needful in there for you. But we are yet into a very exciting season in there for you, because we look at a team like PSG coming in out, and the expectations are simple. You expect a manager who goes by the names of Pochettino to be sacked. That's confirmed. He's going to be sacked. They won't leave him here. You get? They're going to sack him, because for them, they are a result-oriented team. You get? They are not a social media FC. They are not all about having Messi. They brought here Messi to go on and win. They never brought Messi here to joke around. And let's go into the stats. 21 shots by Real Madrid and 10 shots by PSG. 7 shots on target by Real Madrid, 4 shots on target by PSG. 44% possession by Real Madrid, 56% by PSG. 450 passes made by Real Madrid and 591 passes made by a team which goes by the name of PSG. 87% passing accuracy for Real Madrid, 89% for PSG. 12 fouls for Real Madrid and 9 for PSG. 4 yellow cards for both sides in there, and 2 offsides for both. 5 corners for Real Madrid and 2 corners for a side which goes by names of PSG. So that's how it will start sold out. Eventually, PSG has been knocked out. That means Pochettino is going to lose this job, and I know he's going to be sacked very soon, because this is very much deteriorating and humiliating, because the previous 2 seasons Real Madrid have been doing well. The other one of 2020, they really reached on the final and they were beaten by a team which goes by names of Bayern Munich. And the second one, that of 2021, they were knocked out by Man City into the what we call the semi-final stage in there. Now, if at all they've been knocked out at the round of 16, something that has not been happening to them for a very long time, guess what is happening to Pochettino? Pochettino is going to be sacked and he is going to be refunded his money. And my worry is my team which goes by names of Manchester United, because they want things for free and they don't want to spend money, they are going to bring in Pochettino. That is something I don't like. I really hate it, but that's what is going to happen, because serious teams like PSG are going to suck you out. And when you look at a manager like Ancelotti, he has shown his experience. He showed his experience into this game, and I really believe that he has really secured his job at the team which goes by names of Real Madrid, because with the reinforcement they are really going to make up, he's really going to really see himself really coming out and doing it really full. Eduardo Camavinga came on, Lucas Vazquez and Rodri in there. They come on for players who go by the names of Toni Kroos, Marc Asensio, and the other one was Carvajal in there. So when you look at the tactics in there for you, I really believe that Ancelotti really had better tactics in there, and the 3 players he brought on were so much vibrant in this game that really caused a lot of havoc with the side which goes by the names of PSG. But PSG is very annoying. They're very annoying with the quality they had on the pitch. They couldn't outsmart a team which goes by the name of PSG in there. They gave up very easily, and they gave out goals. They gifted goals to a side which goes by the names of Real Madrid in there. I go by the names of RD. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. I sign out for now. See you later, my mates.